21 to 22, which I think he will. I think he's the second best player. 8 points, 16 last year, 22. Then everybody else can fill in. They'll be fine. But it's a bunch of LeBron and a bunch of guys outside of Brandon Ingram that I can't rely on to hit a three in a three-ball league. You take the floor.
I think that the Los Angeles Lakers, I agree with what you're saying, but LeBron James figures it out. He downloads people's strengths, their weaknesses. He plays into them gorgeous, beautifully. And I've been saying this. I think that the Lakers, 45 to 50 wins, barring, a game here or there. But I think when playoff time comes, they're going to be a problem. They're not going to be the 8th seed. Okay, they're going to give Houston trouble. They're going to give everybody trouble.
Okay, but they don't shoot well. So you like Kuzma.
I like Kuzma a lot. Kyle Kuzma, in my prediction, will be an all-star.
Oh, God, no.
You know why? Let me tell you why. He doesn't need LeBron's Instagram post. Lonzo needs that. Young King, all this stuff. He knows that Lonzo Ball is fragile. Kuzma last year, no one knew who he was. No one talked about him. He came in, he played, he's a dog, he's tough, he's an inside-outside guy. He doesn't need any coddling.
Okay, here's my theory on this. This is my theory to the audience watching now. Kuzma went to college for 4 years, so he is much closer to his ceiling. Like Baker Mayfield played, he used all 5 years of his eligibility. What you're seeing with Baker...
Different sport.
But I'm saying, Kuzma... He averaged 16 last year. His ceiling in this league is 18.5.
I don't agree.
Ingram came in. He was 9 years old. His ceiling, he's still got massive expansion in his ceiling.
I mean, it's not going to happen this year. Like, what is he going to be, like a 27-point game guy?
No. Ingram's going to go to 22.5 to 23 this year with LeBron. Probably finish top out at 25. Because he came out after 1 year of college. He was 19 years old in this league. He's not even close to his ceiling. When you go 4 years of college... That's a master's degree. He is ready. You're seeing Kuzma. This is what he is.
And that's a pretty good, this is what he is.
16 a game.
16 a game in his rookie season on a terrible team.
Okay, you think he's going to be an all-star?
I think this year he's going to be an all-star. I think he'll be like the guy voted in by the coaches. He's going to be scrappy.
What coaches? The G League coaches?
The coaches don't, or is it all the players now? It's all the players.
Regardless, you think Kyle Kuzma is an all-star?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's that guy on that team.
So you think he's the 2 on that team?
Yes, in regards to who, like, obviously, it's a weird thing because you have Rondo there, but in terms of the factor, the toughness,
we got to score in this league.
He scored 16 points a game last year. I'm not saying he's going to be George Gervin, but I'm saying he's a big guy. Tall guy, he's tough, and he doesn't have a learning curve. He doesn't need to be coddled. He doesn't need Instagram posts from LeBron. The real question is Colin, we know LeBron James is in Los Angeles, but when will LeBron blames emerge? Who will be the first person that gets thrown under the bus? Will it be Lonzo Ball? Will it be Luke? Will it be Lance? Will it be you? Will it be Joy Taylor? Because LeBron Blames has not reared his ugly head in L.A. LeBron Blames doesn't have any murals in Los Angeles. But he usually comes out around January, and he's going to come. That's the question.
I don't think that's going to happen this year.
Well, really? It's happened every year, Joy.
Yeah, but this is a different thing now.
Well,
he's playing for the first time in his career,
but he does have
literally no expectations because nobody expects anything of this.
But he does.
He has them for himself and for his team, but no one around the Lakers expects them to. You expect them to win a championship this year? Every year, he's been expected to get to the finals or win a championship.
I think by the time we get to March and April, Joy, Colin, I think things are going to change. This team is going to be a major problem. Listen, as much as I break his chops, you could literally put him on the Brooklyn Nets. You could put him on the Orlando Magic. You could put him on the Knicks, and we'd be having this discussion. He's that good.
He is. But I do think, I said this with Brady, as good as Brady is, if you don't, as a receiver, get to his spot, he gets you out of town. LeBron, you got to hit the shot. Because if LeBron's not scoring, you have to reward LeBron by hitting his pass, because he's a great passer.
Yes.
This roster did not have a lot of good shooters. So unless Kuzma, who I think is a marginal shooter, athletic, good kid, plays hard, got a dog, little alpha, he better become a better shooter. Ingram can shoot. He's a 39% three guy. It's going to be a LeBron-Ingram team. By the way, I want to go to 2 other things that are big. You're a New Yorker.
I'm a New Yorker. They call me Mr. New York. That's what they call me, Mr. New York.
Who calls you that?
A lot of people. When I walk through the streets, like, yo, Mr. New York. I'm like, yo, what's up, guys?
All right.
Actually, somebody on the lot actually called me that, even though we're in LA today. But people do call me that. Joy witnessed it when we were in Vegas for the fight last year. She saw. We were there for the big
Michael,
three.
but sure, yeah, it was Mr. New York too.
Okay.
All right. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, you do, Colin, because if you didn't know that by now and we're like friends, it really kind of hurts me.
Sorry. You'll get over it. Okay, Odell Beckham. I defend Odell Beckham because there's an elephant in the room in New York, and somebody's got to discuss it. And Odell Beckham's saying, well, the GM won't discuss it. The owner won't discuss it. The players won't discuss it. And this is not the NBA. It's the NFL where about 3 guys in a locker room can talk or they get demoted or shipped out of town. And Odell's like, I'm going to talk about it. Eli's not that great. What's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with that is you knew Eli wasn't that great at the point that you signed your $94 million contract. 65 is guaranteed. I don't count other people's money. God bless him. You knew that. You also knew that going into week 5, because that interview that he did was before week 5, not week 16, and you've been 1-15. The Giants still have a chance. That division is up for grabs.
Totally.
Okay, so for him to do that now, and then they lose the game, and he comes out and he says, oh, if this is what we needed to get the team together. The team didn't come together. Great, Cano kicked the field goal, but doing that didn't help. Historically, it didn't help. Well, we could get to Jimmy Butler or not. It never helps going to Josina, going to Joy, going to Colin, complaining. When does that help? This is not The Sopranos. You're not with Dr. Melfi. Okay, stop complaining. If you want to talk to a guy, I see Joy backstage. I'm complaining about Colin. She goes, talk to him. I knock on the door. Colin, I got a problem with you. I never said that because I love you. But I'm just saying, if I did...
You believe in confrontation instead of talking through the press.
It doesn't have to be confrontation. We could say, listen, I could tell there's a problem going on. And this is coming from a guy...
By the way, you're a New Yorker. Peyton Manning got benched for Brock Osweiler. Eli Manning can't be criticized. His brother's a Hall of Famer, got benched.
We're stating the obvious. You knew that Eli was heading into his last years, but was more disgusting and frustrating and really insulting to me is when she asked him, are you happy being in New York? And he said, that's a tough question. We're not in southeast Czechoslovakia. We're even if you're in Cleveland, Orlando, or some other place, or Oklahoma City, you just don't say that. But we're talking about New York City, the greatest city on the earth.
Okay.
And you're going to say, that's a tough question? That's a tough question? Do you like... Not everybody's going to play for a Los Angeles team. And the way the Giants are playing, you'll be back in L.A. Come January because we ain't going to make it to the playoffs. There's going to be no February with us. So it's like you get to spend half the year in Los Angeles. It ain't all that out here. No disrespect.
Oh, it's very nice.
No disrespect. I've been out there for a long time. But it ain't all that.
It's pretty close to all that.
It ain't all that, Colin.
I drove home yesterday, off to my right, surfers, off to my left, palm trees. What are they looking at in Sheboygan? It's pretty good.
You're talking about New York City. Odell, explore the city. Get yourself a slice. Get a slice of pizza. Get yourself a hot dog. It's not just Soho at the Gucci store. Explore the city. Put a baseball hat on because you know what? It's New York. We've had bigger stars, and there are bigger stars enjoying the city. Leonardo DiCaprio walks around all the time. There's movie stars. There's actors. There's Rihanna. There's Jay-Z. Explore New York. It's not just like, little shopping places downtown. It's disrespectful to the people. Like, that's a tough question. To New York? Where do you think you were not, come on, man.
Okay.
You drop passes too. And Sterling Shepard's over there trying to rip garbage cans apart because of you.
Okay. So Joy and I disagree on this. I don't believe crazy people can be uncrazy. And if you hire crazy people, they'll be crazy. And just because a bell rings, they won't stop being crazy. Joy doesn't like McGregor, Khabib doing what they do. What did you make of the spectacle, the Barnyard Musical in Vegas over the weekend? I'm
controlled crazy. I'm not a fighter. I don't support any athletes going into the stands. Anything could happen. So, listen, there's been 228 UFC events. It happened one time. We all know what happened in the NBA. It's happened in hockey with those lunatics.
Yeah.
And the Boston Bruins started beating guys at Madison Square Garden with shoes.
Yeah.
Remember
so
that?
This stuff happens.
It happens. It's not good. I don't celebrate it. I like trash talking. I love UFC. It's an incident. Fortunately, it didn't get totally out of hand.
McGregor.
And they'll move forward. It's not going to be the end of the sport. We make it the end of the world. What about those animals with the Boston Bruins beat the guy with his own shoe? It's one thing to beat a guy up. It's another thing to beat him up with his own shoe.
No, I would say this. I saw Khabib yesterday talking to Putin, Vladimir Putin. So, but let me support Khabib. is that in his country, they talked about religion, his family. It was incredibly personal. And Conor McGregor does this, and it's part of his shtick. But you know what? In the fighting business, it is personal. You don't have a left tackle. You don't have a shooting guard. You don't even, like golf, have a caddy. You are in a ring against mano-a-mano against another guy. If you go personal, this is the kind of crap that happens. Conor McGregor's got a responsibility. You start talking about my kids, my family, I'm agnostic, but if I was religious, my country, my family, this is boxing. You can't go there.
And Conor, he talks about it. Khabib is really bout it. So again, he's got to pay the price. There should be a fine. I don't think anybody should be leaving the ring and the cage no matter what. Even if you're going to taunt another guy and you're in control, that needs to stop. But the UFC will be fine. UFC 230 is going to be in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. New York. Yes, I'll be there. I didn't like seeing it happen. I don't support it.
Yeah.
But Conor McGregor, just as a fighter, his best days are behind him. The 2 wars with Diaz, the one he won and the one he lost, tough wars, getting punched in the face by Floyd Mayweather, wasting your money, partying, and then this loss. The great Conor McGregor days, they're done.
I think I agree with you there. I did definitely back 9.
Thank you, Colin.
Good stuff. Actor, comedian, producer, Michael Rapaport, my friend, The Hurt.
Thanks.
It's a college football doubleheader on FS1. Big Ten heavyweights go to battle as the Gophers try and slow down Heisman contender Dwayne Haskins and the third-ranked Buckeyes. Saturday, Minnesota, Ohio State at noon Eastern. Purdue, Illinois at 3:30 on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
Now, the operatic section comes in.
The operatic section, yeah.
It goes on forever, 6 bloody minutes. I pity your wife if 6 minutes is forever.